Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Stoney The Storyman here. I'm here again to bring y'all another video today. Now, this video is mine personally, so I really hope you enjoy it. And just want to say beforehand, I'm sorry about not uploading for the past few weeks. Had a few problems with equipment, but we're back now, so let's get right into it. So, as you can kind of get the gist of it from the title, back in I think 2020, so about 2 years ago, around Christmas, fuck, it's only been a year. Um, Around Christmas, there is a Christmas party for a workplace that I know, and I go there every year. They have a guys one, and then they have like a couples one, so you bring like your husband and your wife with you. And this was the guys one, so they always try and do it on like a Friday night, which is like they work that day, and then right after work they go and they start, getting fucked up. So I go with my buddy, my best friend, who I've told a story about him before, but I don't think I posted it. So we're going to call him James for this story. And we're going to call my brother Curly because I really like those names. So on this night, me, James, and Curly were like, hey, we had already arranged that we were going to go to this party and we are going to get fucked up, you know? And none of us were really heavy drinkers. James and Curly drank a little bit. James drank the most out of us, but even he wasn't a heavy drinker. None of us really drank too much. We just smoked. So we go out to our smoke spot in the shop, and I think this night we just fucking packed the bong full of keef. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I remember Curly was grinding up my weed. He put it on the granite countertop, and he takes the downstream, which is the thing you pack into your you pack the weed into in your bong. It's that little metal piece or whatever glass, and we turn it upside down, and this is how we do it. And when all the keef's in a pile, you just pack that downstream onto the fucking keef, and you can fit a fucking gram or so in there, and you can do a nice pack. And it even with filled with keef, you can take like probably about four solid little hits out of it, which for us is enough, or three nice hits, which James, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, James can't pull for shit out of the bong or he'll puke. So this was all on me basically. um, but we start smoking, and we're smoking for maybe 15 minutes, and it was my weed, so I took first hit, of course, and I pulled maybe half the pack. Curly and James both take a hit. I'm like, pack a fucking another. Curly packs another. I'm like, you can have first hit this time. And he's like, well, thank you very much. And I was like, go for it. He takes half the fucking pack, and I was like, good shit. It's not a bad hit, trying to save the rest for us. I appreciate that. And then me and James take a hit. Well, we go back inside, and James had brought over his Xbox, so we're just playing fucking Call of Duty like a motherfucker. Like, we're just grinding that shit out, and then at the time, it was about time for the party. Like, it was getting close to that time of when we were going to go over there. Because when we go when the food's ready. Like, they cook uh, they normally have a main meat every year, and then people bring stuff. Like, there's normally like a pound cake, uh, those little wiener sausages, macaroni, mashed potatoes, and then some type of meat, like prime rib or something like that normally. Something good. But, we played video games for maybe like 45 minutes. And then we go and we play pool for a bit. We go play pool and ping pong for maybe like another 45 minutes. And at this time, we got a text that the food's ready, maybe like 15 minutes before we were done with all of this. And we're like, all right, we'll be over there in a little bit. Because we let the people who actually work there eat first, and then we go over there and, get whatever's left, if there is something left, which normally there is. So we wait, like 15, 20 minutes, and then we're like, all right, let's go smoke, and then we're going to head over there. And they're like, all right, bet. So me, James, and Curly head back out the shop, and we just left our keef like, I just left my keef out from earlier. I go over to the bong, grab it, take the downstream out, pack that bitch in full of keef, turn it upside down, pack that bitch in, put it in, and immediately just take a massive fucking rip. This was probably like 3/4 of the pack. I was like, whoever wants the rest can finish it. And Curly's like, I'll take it. James like, I'm good. So Curly's like, yeah, I'll take it. So Curly takes that. I pack another one. I take a smaller rip off this one. I take maybe a third. Pass it to James. I'm like, here, you can have a hit. He takes a small little hit. He didn't take anything big. And then he passes it to Curly. Curly finishes it. I'm like, all right, y'all boys ready? And this is in the middle of winter, keep in mind. So I'm wearing a hoodie and shorts because I'm someone who wears shorts all year round. Yeah, I'm one of those people. But they got pants on and they got hoodies on as well because they're freezing their asses off. I think it was like 40 this night, so it felt pretty nice. But we walk on over to the shop and it's literally just a stone throw away. Like I can see the roof of the building they're at. Like I could probably jump to it if I had superhuman. If I was a long jumper, I could definitely make that jump to the building from like our property. But we head over there. We go in, and by the time we get there, it's probably like I'd say 7:30 ish, maybe. So not too late, but still early. It's been like 2 hours since work ended, so they're a little turn already. We go over to the food, and we're blazed as fuck. Like, I mean, we're high as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, we're high as fuck. We walk all the way over to the food, and they know as soon as like we walk around the corner of what they work on. I'm not gonna say, but we walk around the corner of stuff they work on, and they see us, and as soon as we get like 10 feet from them, they can smell us. They can see us, see the way we're acting, and they're just like, "Oh, y'all boys high? Y'all been smoking on that reefer, huh?" And I'm just sitting there smiling my ass off. I'm like, "Nah, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what that shit is." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." And later that night, one of them that was saying that shit to me, comes up and tells me something I just thought was fucking hilarious. But I'll get to that later in the story. So we get our food, and like I said, they normally have like pound cake or soul cake, something nice and sweet for the munchies. God bless. But we all get food, we eat that shit real quick, and now it's time for the fun part. They always play games at this place every year. They roll quarters. So they put a 2x4. I think it's about 20 feet away, maybe 15, and they put like a few 2x4s and they put them in a line. And then they put another line, like 10, 15 feet or 15, 20 feet away, and everybody has to stand behind that line. Well, you get your quarter, and you try. Doesn't matter how you do it. You try and get your quarter the closest to that 2x4 without going past it, touching it, anything like that. But if it stops right before it hits it, or like you're the closest one to it, you get everybody else's quarters. There's 20 guys going, fuck, you can make some money. Now, I normally lose it, but you can make some money. Some of them making money. They have another game. It's called Fuck Your Buddy. I personally love that one because it is very fun, and when you're with a bunch of drunk dudes, it's fucking hilarious. So, after we eat, we talk with everybody for maybe like 20 minutes or so, and then they're like, "All right, do you want to play the quarter game, the rolling quarter game or whatever?" And a few of the drunk guys are like, "Hell yeah, let's get it, Johnny." No one's named Johnny. I was just saying that, but yeah, they're all fucking ready, and I'd brought some quarters this time too, so I was like, "Hey, let's fucking play." So we play for like 20 minutes. I obviously lost a shit ton. I probably lost like $3-4 in quarters. Um, but it's all good. I had fucking fun. So did my buddy and brother, and everybody else did too. It was one hell of a fucking time. So after that, people are starting to leave after that because it's probably 8:30ish by this time. 8:30ish, somewhere in there. So a few people are starting to leave. Their wives are starting coming to pick them up, or they're the people who didn't drink, and they just want to get home to see their family because they are now on Christmas break, and they want to enjoy that. or Christmas vacation, I guess. But there's probably 15 of us left after after some people clear out, the main people clear out. And we talk for maybe another 20 minutes, and they're like, "All right, now y'all want to play fuck your buddy?" And I was like, "What the fuck is this? This sounds like a gay ass game." I was like, "I ain't playing this shit." And one of them comes up and he's like, "No, no, 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 it's not gay. It's just a card game with quarters." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What the fuck do you do?" He's like, "Basically, you try and have a higher card than the like everyone else. Whoever has the lowest card has to throw a quarter in the pile, and the person to your left, or whichever way you're going in the rotation, like if you're going clockwise or counterclockwise, the person to your left or right basically can either choose to take your card or keep theirs. So you could have a 2, they could have a 10, you take theirs, you're now up. They're fucked because they have a 2. That's like the lowest card you can get. But this is where it gets fun. If they have like a fucking 2 and you got like a 6 or something like that and you trade them thinking you're going to get something better, you just fucked yourself. You better hope the guy that's next to you, you know, is trading you too so you can fuck him over. That's why it's called fuck your buddy. But it's a fun fucking game. So we play that for maybe, this is a long game. We had maybe 10 people, and we played that for maybe an hour and a half. And when we were done, I made it almost all the way. I think I was in third. So out of 8, that's not fucking bad. And you start with 4 quarters, by the way, so basically 4 lives. So after this, well, these drunk motherfuckers start, of course, doing what drunk motherfuckers do. They want to show out. They want to have some fucking fun. Well, one of them, he's like, "Oh, you're not fucking stronger than me." He pulls that card out his ass. And the other guy's like, "The hell I am? And boy, I'll fucking throw you on the ground real quick." And then someone comes out of nowhere. Another drunk motherfucker's like, "I know how we settle this. Arm wrestle." They both look at each other and like, "Hell fucking yeah." Just some stupid shit. So now we have an arm wrestling competition going on. And I think like 8 people participated in this shit. Not gonna cap. And fuck, who was it? One of the body shop guys was fucking going through everybody. This guy, he's a big old guy. Like, he's only like maybe 5'7", 5'8", but he's strong as hell. And he went through like 3 people. One of them he actually struggled against, and he was probably the drunkest one there. The guy he struggled against. And then it finally got to this other kid who's a younger guy. He's like in his 20s. And he's a skinny black guy, about 5'10", 5'11". Actually might be a little over 6 foot, but skinny guy. Can be more than like 180. And the guy he's going against, who's like 5'8", the body shop guy, probably like 225, 240, somewhere in there. Well, the black kid comes up, they set up, and he fucking rails the other guy immediately. Probably like 3 seconds. And like that was pretty fucking impressive. Even if his arm was a little tired, he still beat him quick. And they actually did a rematch this past Christmas party, and he won again. I think. And then the drunk guy who he struggled against, he rematched him as well this past Christmas and beat him a lot quicker this time, I think, because the guy wasn't as drunk. But that drunk guy I was just saying, he was one of those people heckling me about coming in, being high as fuck, and me just denying the hell out of it. And he tells me later, he's like, this man's slurring the hell out of his words. He's obviously very intoxicated. Like, I find it a little hard to tell when people are really drunk, but this guy was motherfucking, he must have been blacked out. Because I can't really slur my words too well, but he was basically like, "Hey, it's okay, I do that too, so it's okay with you smoking, I smoke a little bit too." He's like, "So don't even worry about it. I was just like, I was sitting there laughing, I was just like, "You were drunk as fuck, ain't you?" And he's like, Hell fucking yeah, I am. That's what he said back. So I'm just fucking laughing my ass off. I was like, I love you. You're a dope guy, man. And he's like, yeah, I love you too. So we go on our way, and at this point, there's probably like 6, 7 people left. So, about half as many from playing the fuck your buddy game around there. And at this time, it's probably like 9:30, 10. It's getting later. And we ended up being like, all right, let's call it a night so people can get their, you know, rides here not super late, and they can go on home and we can clean all this shit up. Actually, this is probably like wrong time frames. If you move all my time frames like 30 minutes more, they're probably correct, like later. So this was probably like 10:30 when we were just like, all right, let's call it. Let's clean up. Basically, clean up after this party means you grab all the food, make sure it's put up, and that's fucking it. We'll come back another day whenever they come back in, or whenever we need the grill and shit. We'll go over and grab it. It's just how it works. But yeah. After that, we immediately went home. Me, Curly, and James. Um, and we smoked again. Played some more video games. I think we just chilled for a bit, and then yeah, we just went the fuck to bed. Like regular people, would you imagine that? So that's all for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this story of me, telling you this and coming back. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If they still have the button, of course. Leave a comment, please, if you want, and subscribe down below if you would like to follow me for more stuff or more content, I guess. And I have a Snapchat down in the description below, so if you would like to get updates on when a new video is coming out, that's where it will be. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. This is Stoney the Storyman here, and out.